the New World. On 3rd October 1574, the sea beggars sailed into Leiden via the Vliet. The Spanish troops who had besieged the city were driven out. In their flat-bottomed boats, the sea beggars brought herring and white bread for the starving inhabitants. This is Rappenburg, probably dug shortly after 1200. It was the young town's first defensive canal. Now it's the most desirable canal to live on in Leiden. The residents are mainly rich merchants and professors who live in splendid new mansions. Rappenburg is also where you will find the university and several leading printers and publishers. They are as well known as Leiden's woolen textiles. In the bend of Rappenburg is the former Verlieder Bagijnhof. The chapel of this beguinage is used by the university. Here you will find the university library and a fencing school for students. However, the university does have to share the building with the English Reformed Church. On the other side of Rappenburg stands the most important university building, the Academy building. This is also a former chapel, that of the convent of the White Nuns, dating from the early 16th century. Behind the Academy building is the Hortus Botanicus, one of the oldest botanical gardens in Europe. The Hortus was laid out by Carolus Clusius in 1590. He made the garden one of the most important plant collections in Europe. The tulip found its way from Turkey to Dutch growers via Clusius and his Hortus Botanicus. This is the Doelen terrain, that is, the Civic Guard's target range. The shooting ranges can be clearly seen. The Civic Guard consists of armed citizens. They defend the city in time of war and preserve public order. By way of Rappenburg, we go to Kloksteeg. This alley takes its name from the belfry at the corner of the square in front of the Pieterskerk. The bell comes from the church tower. The church collapsed in 1512 and has never been rebuilt. According to those living nearby, the belfry stinks because people relieve themselves there. The Pieterskerk is the principal church of Leiden. It was originally the chapel of the county that lay here and was consecrated in 1121. When Leiden was granted its charter, the citizens were allowed to use the chapel as a parish church. This is also the source of Leiden's coat of arms. The keys are the symbol of St. Peter, the guardian of the heavenly gate. Between 1390 and 1565, the church took on its present form. A few years later, it came into Protestant hands. Many citizens found their last resting place in the church, among them Rembrandt's parents, Jan Steen and John Robinson. He was the spiritual leader of the pilgrims and lived very close to the church. On the north side of the Pieterskerkhof lies Gravenstein, the city jail. At its centre is a square tower. This was built in 1200 and was part of the Count's lands. On the north side of the complex lies a small area surrounded by a canal. This is where public executions are carried out, before a large crowd, of course. Obliquely opposite Gravenstein is the Latin School. This is the principal educational institution in Leiden, apart from the university. Lessons are given in Latin here. Rembrandt was a pupil at this school.